Join me, everyone. Let's catch the wave on Arirang Radio. All right, welcome back, everyone. Catch the Wave continues. TGIF to all our listeners, and also TGIF to Hyunwoo in the studio.
안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까?
Hey, Adrian.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready for the weekend?
Yes, I'm ready for the weekend. I'm also ready for today's segment, K-Talk with Hyunwoo. Many people have been waiting. Now you're back. We had Hyojin the past 2 weeks, and she did a great job, and we're happy to have you back in the studio.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we're excited, and I know some of our listeners are looking forward to learning some new Korean words and some expressions. We will also be listening to some of your audio clips, the audio clips you send us in the second hour, and we will answer your questions, or Hyunwoo maybe will answer your questions regarding Korean culture, Korean language, and maybe Korean people.
Awesome. And I have right here in front of my eyes a lot of interesting questions. So
Do you?
Hopefully we will have enough time to cover everything.
That's right. Now, Korean can be a little bit tricky. Yesterday, I think, we had, Henry. Henry from the group Super Junior M.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was on a TV show and he made a little mistake.
Okay, so was the mistake somewhat embarrassing?
I guess he was at a restaurant and he explained that he wanted more mushroom, more 버섯.
버섯.
And so he called the 아줌마 working there, or the lady working there, and he said, 아줌마, 버섯 주세요. 버섯 주세요. 버섯 주세요 means take it off.
Yeah, take your clothes off.
Take your clothes off.
Yeah.
버섯 주세요.
Not a very appropriate thing to say in a restaurant, but...
So what was the mistake here?
I think he just missed one consonant at the end of that word. 버섯. It should be 버섯. There should be a stopping sound there.
버섯.
But he said 버섯 주세요, which does sound exactly the same as take your clothes off.
So the lady probably looked at him very strange. I was like,
Yeah.
who is this guy? In any case, Korean can be tricky at times, but we will try to help you out every single day on Fridays. And we will kick off with the first expression for you today. Please, can you introduce?
All right. The first expression is, this is interesting. And I think I've done this quite often to my parents. This is 속을 썩이다.
속을 썩이다.
속을 썩이다. To break it down for our listeners.
Yep.
속 is inside.
속.
Yeah, 속.
So when you refer to 속, when you talk about yourself, it's basically the inside. So your stomach or what
the
is it?
intestines, or even your mind or your heart. And 썩이다 means, well, 썩다 itself means to rot, to go bad. And you're making someone else's inside rot.
So you are basically, disappointing that person, making that person angry?
Not really. I think this is closer to making that person worry because of your behavior, because of your choices, things like that. And it's usually about parents worrying about their children.
Like, let's say you don't study enough, or let's say you don't come home at night.
Yeah. And for example, you're only listening to Catch the Wave and you're not eating, you're not doing your homework, things like that.
No, that's okay, actually. That's okay.
Okay. You have Adrian's permission to do that.
Yeah.
But
it's only 2 hours.
Yeah. And if you have other obligations that you have to take care of and you're not really tending to them because of something else, your parents might be angry, your teachers might be upset, worried. In that case, their inside can be burning with concerns.
Yeah, they might be worried, they might be anxious. So basically, you're not being a good son or a good daughter.
Yeah. For some reason, whenever there's a situation related to your emotion and you're not really happy, in Korean, there are some expressions related to your intestines, your stomach.
Yeah.
So, 속을 썩이다 is one of them.
And it does affect, I think, your internal body.
Yeah, if you're really too worried, you can't really digest food
and you can't
really well.
eat and...
Yeah, you have a burning feeling inside.
Yeah.
So
you were a bad boy when you were a kid at home?
Sometimes.
Your parents were not happy. You danced too much because you're a B-boy, aren't you?
Yeah, when I first got my first ever F from my university, my parents, my father...
failed.
Yeah, my father. I mean, I chose not to go to the classes. That's all.
So what did your dad do?
he felt 속이 썩었어요.
Uh-huh.
But he said, okay, do better next time. But I didn't. Anyway.
And maybe, I mean, I talked about b-boy, and maybe we have some people interested in, breakdance and all
yeah.
that. When you do b-boy and when you do things like that, you can injure yourself quite easily, right?
Exactly.
So that could be a way also of making your parents worry.
Yeah, exactly. If you get injured, if you
all the time,
break your arm or something, that is exactly 속을 썩이다, your parents.
속을 썩이다. So that's the first expression for you today, everyone. By the way, we actually will also post a message on Facebook and also on our homepage, so you can learn and check out these expressions as we talk about them. We're going to play a little song, and then we'll be back for the second expression of the day, everyone. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. This is requested by As Lisa, Girls' Generation, 소녀시대. Gee, haven't heard that song for a long time.
It's been a while.
Yes. G G G G G.
That was a big hit back then.
That
right?
was actually a huge hit. They became very, very famous with this song. 소녀시대, Girls' Generation. Maybe some of you are fans. Maybe some of you like their songs. They're actually now not young anymore. Huh? I mean, because we have many new idol groups and new young girl groups coming out. So, I mean, they're veterans now.
Well,
Senior singers.
But objectively speaking, I mean, relatively,
they're still young.
They're
still young. No,
I
of
mean,
course.
yeah. They're younger than us, so...
That's very true. All right, well, guess what? We have some more music to play all throughout the program today. You can send us your song requests, and you can also send us your questions regarding Korean language, Korean culture. We have Hyunwoo 선생님 from K-Talk. No, from talktomeinkorean.com, not from K-Talk.
K-Talk.
Well, he's also from K-Talk as well.
Yes.
And we are teaching you some expressions here. So we're going to move on to the second one. I have it in my hands right now. I'm going to show the whiteboard to our camera. So for those of you who are watching us on video, there you go. We have a nice little drawing, and we have to thank Hyunwoo for his artistic skills every single week.
Yeah, it's just... somewhat semi-artistic.
Well, this one looks actually quite funny because the guy you drew, he has his feet replacing his hands.
Yes.
So what's happening? What is this?
So the phrase, I'll say it out loud for you first. 손이 발이 되게 빌다.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, 손 is your hands, 발 means your feet, and 빌다 means to beg to something. You know, you're begging for forgiveness.
So this has to do with forgiveness and asking for what? Apology?
So, yeah, literally translating, 손이 발이 되게 빌다 means to beg for forgiveness until or so that your hands become feet. So
my hands become my feet.
I don't know how common it is outside of Korea. I think
I can walk on my hands if you want. You
awesome.
can walk on your hands.
Yeah. I mean, but my hands are not really replaced by feet.
No.
Yeah, just because I can walk on my hands.
Yes.
But in Korea, I think it's very common to when you are begging for forgiveness, you rub your hands together like these. You know.
Sorry.
Just like that, yeah. That
kind of
dance
like that,
move.
right?
Yeah.
You rub your hands, and that means you're really sorry. You're begging for someone
you have
for his or her forgiveness.
Exactly. Hands right before your chest, and you rub them together, and you have this really sorry look, and that's the default way of, asking for forgiveness.
Hyunwoo 선생님, don't yell at me.
And teachers, whoever is really angry at that person, can't really be that mad if you see that gesture, right?
You feel sorry for them.
Yeah, but the thing is, the person who is asking for forgiveness can actually just pretend to be, asking for forgiveness, and they can do it, like rub their hands a couple of times and then go back to the normal behavior. So as opposed to that, like a very light apology, when you are actually rubbing your hands so hard that your hands
become your feet.
Yeah, replaced by your feet, or become so ugly that they look like your feet. That is a true apology.
Yes, you're really asking for forgiveness, actually.
Yeah. So this is not a very common expression to say as is, but when you're giving advice, you should just ask for forgiveness. In that case, in Korean, some people say 가서 손이 발이 되게 빌어.
빌어.
Yeah. Go and beg until your hands become your feet.
And 빌다 is to beg once again.
Exactly.
빌다.
빌다. Well, it can be like wishing for something, wishing for a good day. But in this case, it's just begging for, usually, forgiveness.
Okay, sounds good. So that was the second expression for today. We basically introduced two expressions today here. 속을 썩이다.
썩이다.
So once again, it means to make
make
someone
someone-
worry.
yeah, worry a
Usually
lot.
your parents.
Yeah. So after you 속을 썩이다 your parents, maybe you should 손이 발이 되게 빌다.
빌다, maybe. Oh, that's a good connection, actually, for these two expressions. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, if you don't understand something in particular, something we said, you can always send us a message, and you can ask Hyunwoo all your questions. We will be back, of course, in the second hour with some more talk and some more music. If you have anything, go to arirangradio.com/catch the wave, and also give us a little thumbs up on Facebook. Catch the wave. We had Emily requesting a song by JYJ, and she wanted to dedicate it to her mother. And we're actually going to play a song by one of the members of JYJ, and I hope Emily will be happy. It was released a few days ago. Chunsu is coming back, and we had Dina Kasab and also Nuha Benjelun requesting this song. Chunsu 11시 그 적당함, 11 o'clock. That's right, everyone. Let's catch the wave, the Korean wave. And we're surfing on it every single day. And also today with Hyunwoo from talktomeinkorean.com. Thank you very much. Now, in the second hour today, we will actually listen to some of your audio clips, everyone, and we will also answer some of your questions. Now, before we jump into it, we received a question by Asma from Morocco. She says, "Can I watch you online? Do you have a video?" I guess we talked about, showing the whiteboard to our viewers in the first hour, and then this person was quite curious. Yes, you can watch us on video. How can they do this, Hyunwoo?
So, as far as I know, there are two ways. One is through us, Talk to Me in Korean. So if you go to youtube.com and type in Catch the Wave, you can see the previous episodes recorded in video format.
Because right now we have a camera filming us in the studio.
Exactly. Or you can go to ustream.tv/arirangradio.
Yep.
Right now, if you go there right now, you can watch us in real time.
Yeah, real time. You can watch us. It's not cut. It's very clear, good definition. So ustream.tv/Arirang Radio. Look it up and tell us what you think. I think we have some people actually listening and watching us right now.
Yeah, all right. That's really cool.
Okay, now let's jump into the first audio clip here. We have a message by Vaida Marcella sending us a message from Romania. She says, "Hello, Adrian and Hyunwoo. My name is Marcella Vaida and I'm from Romania, and I thought to join you with this funny segment. This is my audio clip. Please don't laugh." What is it all about? I'm quite curious, actually. Let's hear it first.
너는 아재 코칠칠이 어린애 같아.
I like it.
아직 코칠칠이 어린 것 같아.
어린애 같아.
어린애 같아. So what does this mean?
Okay. Sometimes, these sentences, these messages that come in, some of them are quite hard to translate.
I wonder where she got this one.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe from a comic book or a drama or a movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Please let us know. But
Yes.
to attempt to translate it, you are still like a little child
With a runny nose?
with a runny nose that's on your face.
Okay, like stuff coming down from your nostrils and all over your face.
So basically what you're trying to say with this line is that the other person is like a child, but the
Immature.
that
You're immature.
what do you call it? Like the stereotypical images of a child, immature child is they always have some runny nose.
They cry.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Now, yes, when you send us an audio clip, it's very nice if we know exactly where you heard this expression or where you got it from. So if it's a video, if it's a drama, a movie, or a song, or maybe just your Korean class, let us know. Give us some more details. I think it's always nice for us to know and share.
Yeah, and this expression, 찔찔이,
찔찔이.
is very, very colloquial and very
찔찔이.
casual. So yeah, 코찔찔이 is only children who have a rainy nose.
현우 선생님 너무 코찔찔이야.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
That doesn't work. Let's listen to it one more time.
너는 아재 코찔찔이 어린애 같아.
Very good. But I would advise you to make the 찌리찌리 part a little stronger.
So it's not 칠칠이, right?
Yeah.
Because I
please.
think I heard 칠칠이.
It does sound a little bit like that. So please make it
찔찔이.
double z, double
Double
찌리찌리 instead of
지읒.
칠칠이. Yes.
Okay, 코찔찔이. Thank you very much for your funny intervention here. Thank you. And we will, of course, send you a present. So send us another message with your full contact information. Let's move on to the second person here. Hello, Catch the Wave team. I'm Noura from Malaysia. I watched Kim Seul-gi commercial, TV commercial last month, and I found it very, very funny, hilarious. She's a very good actress and comedian, so I decided to send you an audio clip of it. I've been learning Korean for almost 2 years, and I've joined a monthly language report.
Aha.
What is this?
So the monthly language report project is something that I started this year. So every month when you speak many languages or when you're learning languages, you sometimes forget. So this is a project where people can participate to keep track of how good their language or certain language is in that month. So
Okay.
So she's probably talking about her Korean videos.
That's right, and she says, and from watching my videos, my friend started to learn Korean too. So if my audio clip is aired, I guess she will give the book to that friend.
Wow,
That's very
how
nice.
nice.
And then she writes in Korean, 감사합니다. 앞으로도 한국어 공부 열심히 하겠습니다.
네, 열심히 하세요.
So she will continue to work hard on her Korean skills. Thank you very much. Let's listen to Noura's clip.
맨날 비가 와 맨날 안 말라 냄새도 심하고 짜증만 쌓일 줄이야 제발 누가 우리 집 좀 말려줘요 뽀송뽀송 말려드릴게요.
You know what? Isn't this the first time that someone covered a commercial?
It's a commercial, and I mean, we were laughing because if you watch the commercial, you are going to laugh. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's basically referring to the humidity during the summer here. It's very humid, very sticky, and so it's a commercial for a dehumidifier, basically.
Exactly. Yes. So this is great.
So funny. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, can you maybe correct her on some parts?
Honestly, I don't have many corrections to.
She sings quite
for her.
well too.
Very, very well done. And
Yeah.
maybe if I had to pick one part,
Sure.
in the second line, 짜증만 쌓일 줄이야. This part, this is probably the only part that wasn't very clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she can maybe pronounce a bit better?
or like
짜증?
enunciate everything a little better. 짜증만 쌓일 줄이야.
This is actually quite hard.
Yeah.
짜증만 쌓일
쌓일 줄이야.
줄이야. Ooh. Let's hear it once again.
냄새도 심하고 짜증만 쌓일 줄이야.
Yeah, the 쌓일.
She has to make it
part.
double.
Yes,
쌓일.
쌓일.
It's not 쌓일, it's 쌓일.
Yeah, but other than that, amazing.
It's very good. Wow. And it's very funny. Yes, you can also use things you see on commercials. Sometimes you have some very funny catchphrases.
You know what? I think she's starting a very interesting trend. I think I can see a lot of people,
Commercials.
copying commercials in the
And
future.
commercials, actually, it's maybe a good source because they're quite short.
They're short and they're witty.
So it's very fit for the program as well.
Perfect.
Okay. Congratulations to Noor as well from Malaysia for your creativity. We will send you a nice little present. I think it's going to be one of your books.
Exactly. Talk to me in Korean textbooks. We'll send you one of those.
And maybe your friend will be very happy. Okay, so if you want to participate, everyone, send us your audio clips, your audio files. The email address is catchkoreanwave at gmail.com. catchkoreanwave@gmail.com. We'll be waiting, and don't be shy. You can be with friends, and don't worry, we're not going to laugh at you. We'll just have a good time, and we will help you out with your Korean skills. We're going to play some more music, and we'll be back. If you have any questions for Hyunwoo, send those in. We will be answering your curiosities after the song break. This is Psy featuring Lee Jae-hoon, Nagwon, Paradise. It's all about you. And our program is all about you as well. We teach you some Korean expressions, we listen to your audio clips, and we will now answer some of your questions. Hyunwoo, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hyunwoo 선생님, I have actually many questions, so we'll try to...
I can see that.
We'll try to read as many as we can with the time we have. Is that all right?
All right.
Here we go. First one, Mara from the USA. Question to Hyunwoo. I've been studying with the Talk to Me in Korean books for about 6 months, and I'm still on the first book. Slow, I know. What she says. I'm bilingual. Spanish and English are my two languages. Do you think Korean would be easier for a Spanish speaker or an English speaker?
Oh.
And she's asking us this because since she's bilingual, she wants to know which language is better for her to use when she translates Korean.
I see. Well, this is a very interesting question.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
to begin with, there is no difference between learning Korean in Spanish or learning Korean in English.
Same thing?
Yeah, the same thing, I think, because the two languages, English and Spanish, are like kind of in the similar category. And if you were talking about learning Korean in Japanese, that would be a totally different matter. But I think there are more resources and material in English. So,
Probably.
Yeah, so please look for more stuff in English.
That's right. You also have a website in Spanish, don't you?
Yes, it's a sister website by a friend of ours, and it's called hablamencoreano.com, but it doesn't have many lessons, as many lessons as Talk to Me Korean.
So better to go to the older
Yeah.
sister website and the bigger one.
Okay, or
Okay.
older brother website.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you in any case for your question, and good luck for your your adventures with Korean language. Mimi Randall, also from the USA, saying, how do you pronounce and write "have a spectacular day"? Have a spectacular day in Korean.
I would say 멋진 하루 보내세요.
멋진 하루 보내세요.
Yeah, it's the same thing as have a cool day, awesome day. So 멋진 하루 보내세요.
Yes, that means a spectacular. Spectacular is actually an intense word. If you just want to say have a good day, 좋은 하루 보내세요. That's also possible.
Yep.
Thank you for your question. Let's move on. Noemi Carrasco from Peru saying, I'm from Peru and I'm enjoying your excellent program. I will soon be taking a Korean exam. My level now is intermediate. It is very difficult for me. Boo. I have to practice very much. My script is coming well. And I have a question for you. What is the correct use of 는, 은, 편이다?
Aha. So this is quite easy to understand actually when you understand the word 편. 편 is someone's side. So when I say I'm on Adrian's side,
Yes.
not on, for example, the producer's side.
Yeah, I agree with Adrian.
Yes, I can say Adrian 편이에요.
편이에요.
Yeah. So if you understand that meaning, when you say I'm 키 큰 편이에요, like I'm on the taller side, or 바쁜 편이에요, I'm on the busier side. So it means I tend to be busy, I tend to be tall, or things like that. So you're rather something.
Okay, 편이다. 키 큰 편이에요.
Yeah.
한국말 잘하는 편이에요.
Exactly. 잘하는 편이에요.
So I speak quite well.
Yeah, I kind of speak well. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you for your message from Peru. We also had from Malaysia about Korean name. How will Koreans pronounce my name? And her name is Atika.
I think it's very straightforward.
Yes.
Atika.
So same thing, right?
the
So
same
this is
thing.
also an easy name for Koreans. Atika.
Atika. No one will have any problem pronouncing your name.
Yeah, for me, my name in English is Adrian, right?
Yes.
Adrian. And this is actually quite hard for Koreans. So Adrian in Korean is Adrian.
Adrian. And
Adrian.
even Adrian, people know that it's not a Korean name.
Yeah.
So they maybe prefer Ijun.
Maybe they prefer my Korean name
Yeah,
often. It's easier for them.
Yeah.
And sometimes they also say Edrian
Edrian.
instead of Adrian. Well, it
Adrian.
depends. You have different ways of pronouncing it. So,
But
Atika is Atika.
Yeah, it's very
Fair
easy.
enough. Simple enough, I guess. Let's move on to the next one here. We have a message from Asiya. I think, yes, saying, 안녕하세요, Adrian. I'm assuming this is probably the easiest way to reach people who are teaching Korean to international listeners. I live in Pakistan, and I have been following K-pop, K-dramas since last year. I'm trying very hard to learn Korean language through various PDF files, free online resources, but I wish to understand the language more fluently rather than just simple phrases or words. I want to know, what are the possibilities for learning Korean in South Korea for adults?
In fact, there are many different ways you can learn in language schools, like, at language centers at universities, or you can go to private language institutes that teach Korean if you want to study in Korea.
So there's definitely plenty of places you can go to, right?
Exactly. If you want to learn Korean in Korea.
Yes, that's and the best way whenever you learn language, the best way is definitely to go on location because that's where you're going to be most exposed to the language.
Exactly. And make sure you always get to talk to people rather than just study with books.
Very good. We also have someone asking us about an expression, how to say this in Korean. We had Sura Kina, Sun Kim Hyuk, sending us a message. Hi, Oppa. How do I say, I want to meet you so badly? I want to meet you so badly in Korean. And she wants to send this message to one of her idol stars.
Oh.
I think.
I see. We should introduce a correct phrase then.
So how do we do it?
I want to meet you is 만나고 싶어요. And so badly would be just translated into one word by saying 너무. 너무 만나고 싶어요.
Okay, 너무 만나고 싶어요.
Yes,
I
너무.
want to see you badly. 너무 만나고 싶어요.
너무.
너무 is a word we use to emphasize something.
Yeah, it's originally too much, but in this case, 너무 means very, very much.
We also have a message here from Russia. Rose Chin saying 안녕하세요, Adrian 오빠고. And then she was talking about Hyojin, but no, Hyunwoo. But Hyojin
not
also
here
is one
anymore.
of our teachers, though.
Yes.
Is one of your teachers actually at talktomeinkorean.com. She says 저는 러시아에서 살고 있어요. 저는 1년 동안 한국어를 배우고 있지만 한국어를 아직 잘 못해요. She's been learning for a year, but she's not very good yet.
She's very good.
But she's very good because her whole message is in Korean.
Yeah.
어제 저는 드라마를 볼 때 질문이 나왔어요. 달달하게 아웅다웅은 무슨 뜻이에요? 달달하게 아웅다웅.
So
She
she's
heard this
asking-
expression in the drama.
Yeah, so she's asking for the meaning of this expression. Well, this is not a very common expression, but everybody in Korea would understand it. 달달하다 means to be sweet, and 달달하게 would be in a sweet way, and 아웅다웅 is an onomatopoeia to describe how someone, or if usually a couple, is having a love fight.
아웅다웅?
Yeah, 아웅다웅.
Really?
Yeah, it just describes the sound that's coming out of the room where the couple is kind of having a quarrel.
Okay.
아웅다웅, 아웅다웅.
아웅다웅.
Yeah,
아웅다웅.
and it's also very cute, when you hear the sound 아웅다웅.
Okay.
Yeah, so 달달하게 아웅다웅, you have
Nicely discussing, arguing something.
Yeah, arguing with your love.
Okay, it's not too intense. It's not a big fight.
Yeah, and like in the eyes of the other people, it's just sweet and cute.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, thank you very much. She continues and she basically says 감사합니다. 그리고 사랑해요.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you very much for your love. We love you too. 사랑합니다. And thank you for your messages, for your questions. We're running out of time here, but if you have anything, any curiosities for Hyunwoo or for myself regarding Korean, anything you want us to translate, anything you want us to explain to you, you can send us your messages and we will work hard every single week.
Awesome. And I'll be back next week.
For sure. We'll have another edition of K-Talk with Hyunwoo. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll play some music, everyone. Thank you very much. Let's close down this segment with Mr. Waiting for You.